6 weeks ago, Gramp gave XRP 41 out of 50. The regulatory cloud was lifting, but it had not cleared. On the 17th of March 2026, it cleared. The Securities and Exchange Commission and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Together, XRP is not a security. XRP is a digital commodity classified alongside Bitcoin and Ethereum. Not a court opinion, not a settlement. A binding federal classification. That is not the only thing that changed. In 6 weeks, 44 million Japanese consumers got access to XRP for the first time. Korea's largest insurance company settled a government bond on-chain. And Ripple announced that the XRP ledger will be quantum resistant before the United States government's own deadline. Gramp is revisiting the score. 4 developments. 6 weeks. 1 changes the legal foundation of XRP permanently. 1 connects 44 million everyday consumers to XRP for the first time in history. 1 puts Ripple inside Korea's sovereign bond infrastructure. And 1 positions the XRP ledger ahead of Bitcoin and Ethereum on something regulators are already asking about. Gramp does not revise scores lightly. The framework follows the evidence. The evidence changed. The March 17th ruling, what it actually is. The SEC and CFTC together published a joint binding classification, 16 assets, XRP on the list. This is a regulatory rulemaking under federal administrative law. A future SEC chair cannot reverse it with a press release. Reversing a joint binding rule requires a new public rulemaking process. Congressional scrutiny. In Episode 1, Gramp listed regulatory reversal as a residual risk. That risk became materially smaller on March 17th. The Clarity Act is the next step. If it clears Senate committee this month, it becomes permanent federal statute. Irreversible except by Congress itself. Gramp does not know how that vote goes, but Gramp knows what March 17th already did. It moved the dilution score. Original score 5 out of 8, new score 6 out of 8. Rakuten, Japan's largest e-commerce platform. As of the 16th of April, 44 million users can buy XRP with Rakuten points, $23 billion in loyalty points. The most widely used reward system in Japan. They spend XRP at 5 million merchants across the country, not by downloading a wallet, not by connecting to a DEX, the same way they buy anything else on Rakuten. This is retail adoption at a scale XRP has never had. No exchange listing has done this, no ETF has done this. Kyobo, life insurance, one of Korea's 3 largest life insurers, $92 billion under management. Korea's first tokenized government bond settled on blockchain. Settlement time, 2 business days, new settlement time, near real time. Not a crypto project, a sovereign bond. Gramp noted one more thing. SBI Holdings, Ripple's Japanese partner, is also an investor in Kyobo. The Japan and Korea strategies are connected, systematic, and accelerating. April 20th, today, Ripple published a 4-phase roadmap, the XRP ledger, quantum resistant by 2028. The NSA requires all US national security systems to be quantum safe by 2030. Ripple's target is 2028, ahead of the government's own deadline. Bitcoin has no agreed plan. Ethereum has a research hub. No committed year. XRPL also has native key rotation. A user can change their cryptographic keys without moving their funds. Bitcoin cannot do this without a rebuild from scratch. Phase 2 is already underway. Real testing, not a white paper. For institutions pricing 10-year bonds, this is not a theoretical question. It is a due diligence question. XRPL just became the only major ledger with a credible answer to it. The revised verdict, paradigm shift, 9 out of 10, up from 8. The commodity classification, the Rakuten integration, the quantum roadmap, the Korean bond settlement, the paradigm is no longer approaching, it is arriving. Dilution, 6 out of 8, up from 5. The escrow ceiling has not moved. Ripple still controls it. But the regulatory reversal risk that compressed that score is meaningfully smaller. Total, 43 out of 50. QNT 48, Chainlink 44, XRP 43. Third highest score in the series. 1 framework, applied consistently. The evidence changed, the score changed. That is how it works. Before you do anything, 43 out of 50 does not mean guaranteed profit. XRP is down 42% in 2026. Positive development after positive development. Price still falling. The Clarity Act may fail committee. RLUSD may replace XRP as the preferred bridge currency. The Rakuten numbers may not translate to actual volume. Gramp does not hide these. The score reflects evidence, not the price chart, not the wish. This is Gramp's honest analysis, created using AI tools. Gramp is a fictional character. It is not financial advice. Do your own research, every single time. Next week, something new. Until then, in a world full of people who found crypto last Tuesday, Gramp has been sitting in this chair for a while. Good night.